like I sang that in my head, full confidence that was the lyric, and I don't think it's "fuck your body."
Fuck your body.
I don't think it's "fuck your body."
Fuck your body.
All right.
Bing bong's back tonight. Bump, 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 bump.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Bat in the Hat podcast, where we dive deep into all things nerd. My name, of course, is Steve. With me, as always, is Trey. What is up, Trey?
Another freaking great Monday. Wanted to hold the F for a minute.
We have 5 whole minutes of us just talking dumb shit before we actually got this podcast
quoting
started.
TikToks.
We don't have a huge point to this show, which is good. I'm actually very thankful for that because we have a lot of fun news that came this week that Trey has done most of the note-taking on, so good for Trey. And I'd rather just vamp as much as possible. So
Vamp Nation, shout out to Playboy Cardi.
Play Cardi B?
Playboy Cardi?
Playboy Mansion?
Vamp Nation?
I don't know what that is. I'm not a cool guy. I'm not a rock and roller, if you know what I mean. I'm a. It
was actually a kind of viral video. Like, did you know? What's that? Boston university where they make the robots and shit.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics, right?
Yeah. Did you see that video on Twitter and everything where it went viral of the dancing dog and they had the ostrich looking robot and shit?
Fucking no.
I'll show it to you after this. It's great. But they're playing a Vamp Nation I think it's Vamp Nation by Playboy Cardi. They're dancing perfectly to the beat and shit.
That's ridiculous. Oh, well, there's a YouTube channel called Corridor Digital. Shout out to Corridor Digital. If you guys haven't seen Corridor Digital, you got to check them out. They also have a second account where it's more Corridor Digital is their finished videos, and then the Corridor Crew is all the behind the scenes and really funny. I actually prefer watching the Corridor Crew videos, but they do parody videos of the Boston Dynamics robot, and they do stuff like that because the Boston Dynamics robot isn't as advanced as you might think. And then Corridor Digital puts out theirs, and everybody thinks it's the real robot. They had one where the robot was turning on the people who it was doing all the tests, and it was catching the tennis balls in the air, and then suddenly it would break something over its knee. They were all right, settle down.
Do you know the Instagrammer / TikToker Blake Weber?
No.
He always does these great videos.
He sounds like a bitch.
Nah, he's so funny. He'll take videos and cut the sound to it and then ad lib over it.
Oh yeah.
He'll do Tekashi 6ix9ine and he'll be like, "Hey yo, it's Tekashi 6ix9ine." Just sounds so stupid.
I love when
it's so great.
The bad lip sync or the overdub videos. They're so funny.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look on the list tonight. Again, none of this. This is honestly mostly Trey's. I can see 2 things that I put on here. This is mostly Trey.
So if it's a stinker, it's all me, baby.
And I'm pretty interested in getting into some of this because there's some good shit. Let's start at number 1. Reno 911 Hunt for QAnon. Set to premiere on Christmas Day on Paramount+. That is instantly I'm the most excited I've ever been when I read that earlier in the notes. I love Reno 911.
Right.
It's
fuck Ralphie and fuck was it A Christmas Story that always plays on TBS 24/7.
Yeah,
totally putting on
You're
Reno 911.
Shoot your eye out, kid. Fuck yeah, dude! I'm watching that immediately. That is I can't imagine what those idiots would do trying to find QAnon.
It's gonna be insane.
I love.
The only thing I'm sad about is I don't think Nick Swartzen's in it as his whatever his character's name was. He was always funny. The
prostitute?
Yeah.
The gay prostitute.
I think his name was Nikki or something.
Was it? Probably. There's some things from Reno 911 that maybe don't translate as well in 2021, 2022.
I don't know. They had one whenever the new season that they rebooted. I think it was last year. Or it might have been 2019.
Well, do you remember they did, it was exclusively on that Quibi app.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So they were really short. 2-minute videos or
Did you see the ad that I'm talking about where it's the black officer and he goes up to a white Karen and she's like, "There's kids in the pool. There's black kids in the pool. There's black kids in the pool." And he's like, "Oh, just because they're black, they're not allowed to be in the pool?" Let me guess, they're running and they were being loud and just getting all up in her ass, and every time she's trying to interrupt them, she's like, "Oh no, I'm tired of all the fucking Karens. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. What? What are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna tell me?" And she's like, "They're drowning." And he's like, "Oh God!" He runs to the pool.
Yeah, that was really funny. I haven't seen any of the new stuff. I was rewatching it, the whole old series sometime recently because it's either on like HBO Max or it's on something where I was just binging it.
Right.
And God, it's so funny. But yeah, a lot of that shit.
3 payments.
3 payments. Genuine ostrich.
Oh, what?
Just new boot goofing.
New boot goofing.
New boot goofing. Yeah, that's going to be super cool. I love Reno 911. If you guys love Reno 911, fucking smash that like button.
Don't forget to subscribe and rate, fellas.
Ring the bell so you get notifications every time a new video drops.
When we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to be doing our big giveaway of a book. Maybe we might do a giveaway eventually.
Oh, I'll definitely. If we start building subscribers, if you assholes help us actually spread the podcast and we start building YouTube subscribers, we'll be doing mad giveaways, man. I'll be doing a lot of fun stuff. I'll start buying stuff purely just to give away and have fun. Slabs and action figures and cool stuff like that. So start helping us out. Start sending shit your friends' way, you know? Start posting us in groups. Don't be fucking lazy. And as soon as we get to, an appropriate amount of followers, I'd say 500 followers, we'll start doing little.
Why not?
And again, the bigger we get, the bigger the giveaways are going to get. So, I'm about that YouTuber life, gang. Suwoo.
Nope. Definitely cutting that.
What's that be? I was throwing up the blood shit on the live stream.
Not a part of that. Yeah, not a part of that. Nope.
All right, John Krasinski was cast. I like how you wrote John Krasinski casted and confirmed to play. John Krasinski was cast and confirmed to play Superman in the upcoming DC movie Super Pets, which The Rock is playing Crypto the Superdog.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart is playing Ace the Bat Hound.
Yeah, and they got a lot of big names in that cast.
It does have a lot of big names. I think Josh Gad is in it, and what's her name from SNL? Like a lot of really great names. But Kevin Hart doesn't really fit as Ace the Bat Hound, does he?
Yeah,
it'll be funny. I'll watch it. But I was really surprised. I thought he was going to be like there was an old animated TV show.
Okay.
Do you remember this? It was like the Super Pets. It was called Crypto the Superdog, and it was about like all the super pets like being friends.
Right.
I think the Flash had a cat, and then there was a wiener dog who was somebody. I thought that wiener dog was going to be Kevin Hart. I was like, if Kevin Hart's going to be anything, he's either going to be the Flash's cat or the wiener dog.
I feel like that's sizes, like not racist, but sizes, just because he's a little man.
He's tiny.
Yeah,
and
but his voice
is not intimidating, and Ace the Bat Hound is either a greyhound or a Great Dane.
Right.
He's a fucking burr.
But did you like the way I wrote it? I was hoping you didn't see the news prior, so that way you're like, wait, what the fuck? He's in he's in Black Adam?
John Krasinski casted and confirmed to play Superman in The Rock's _The Rock's upcoming incoming DC movie.
Yeah.
And then you put ... Super Pets in parentheses.
Yeah.
So it was very theatrical, and I appreciate your attempt.
Thanks, buddy. We are really slow at work right now.
I'm excited. I really do think it's going to be a funny movie. That's the kind of stuff that I love because it gives you a chance to watch comic book related or like a DC related thing with zero expectations. It's purely just meant to be funny or stupid. If you don't like it, you can chalk it up to really being made for younger audiences, and you don't have to love it. It takes a little bit of the pressure away of, is Black Adam gonna rock? Is, gonna rock? Get it? Or some of these upcoming movies, is The Flash gonna be good? Is Aquaman 2 gonna rock? So, I don't know. I'm really excited for it, actually.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's gonna be on the same vibe as that Batman Lego movie. Yeah. Those Lego movies rock.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That, I don't like most of them. A lot of them are super cheesy, but the Lego Batman movie is so fucked up.
Right.
There's so many fucked up jokes in it, and it's just so good. I mean, the Robin made me the most uncomfortable about being a Batman fan that I think I've ever been. Just, not a fan. But on the other hand, I am a fan. First Coast News, Ken Amaro retiring after 42 years of serving the First Coast. Why did you write this in the
Why did I?
Why did you?
Yeah, I mean, 42 years, it's a Jacksonville shadow. Every time you put on the news, he's always the guy that you see early in the morning.
Trey reps Jacksonville
Got to.
harder than I've ever seen anyone. He is as big a Jacksonville fan as I am a comic book fan.
There's actually another podcast here called Drew and Dunn. Like, it's the
Yes.
Eric Dunn.
Yes.
They have their podcast here, and
I love
the
Eric
Drew
Dunn.
guy, he put up like there's that Interstellar like TikTok meme that's going on right now, where it's like Matthew McConaughey like banging on the glass and like looking into like the past or the future or whatever.
Sure.
He's like, no, and it said me as a 8-year-old kid picking out my favorite NFL team, and it's him putting on a Jaguars jersey and being all happy, and then going like, no, don't do it, no.
I've been in Jacksonville since I was 11 years old, and
Nice.
Even before then, I was born and raised in Florida. How did I become a Denver Broncos fan? The world may never know.
Tim Tebow.
But Tim Tebow.
Timothy Tebow.
The sheriff. I thought about, so I'm hoping next year to buy a Bronco, like the vehicle, a Bronco. And
I don't know why.
That is not
I instantly
just because
I instantly thought the animal. It's like, what the fuck?
you're buying a horse? No,
Yeah,
so
but-
next year I want to buy a Bronco, and it's not because I'm a Broncos fan, but because it's like for what I'm looking in a vehicle, that's what I want. So
They're pretty nasty looking vehicles too, like the newer ones.
They're nasty performing vehicles,
Yeah.
dude. For off road, they're fucking nuts. So
I dig 'em.
I'm really that's what I'm hoping to do. And so the trend of obviously the Bronco, just to get away from comic books and into cars, the Bronco is a direct competitor to the Jeep Wrangler, right? It's supposed to be a completely off road. You can take the doors off, you can strip it and make it complete. You can make it whatever you want. It's super,
Yeah, it was
super
supposed to be.
customizable.
It was supposed to be their answer to the Wagoneer and the Wrangler, and it was also supposed to be their answer to like the K2 Blazers and everything like that at the time.
So, you're talking about the old ones when they came out.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Bronco.
Right.
That's
Sure.
what they were competing
like the
with.
original Bronco when they came out. Yeah, so that was supposed to be definitely more like the Blazer and stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just talking like the new one is supposed to directly compete right with the Wrangler.
Yeah, with like the Wagoneer and everything that they got.
And although the Wagoneer is kind of in its own realm because of how fucking expensive it is.
They're
But
so nice.
They're cool, but that's one of those things you buy and you never take off road. That's
Like,
not an actual off road.
I'm not a stance guy at all, but
Right.
if I ever were to be like a stance and like bagged out a type of car, I've always wanted like a wood panel, like nasty Wagoneer.
Yeah.
Slam it with bags and shit.
I remember when
that'd be
Ford,
hard.
was it the Ford Edge that was really popular because it is that like 3-row, like
Right.
really nice kind of, oh man, I remember when that was like
Hell
bumping.
yeah.
But regardless, with Jeep Wranglers, there's a big trend, and I know you've seen them all over,
I've
where
had a
people
couple.
will remove the decals on their hood and they'll put a name, like they'll name their Jeep something, and they'll put it right there on the hood with a decal. And so I don't know if that trend is going to come to Broncos. It probably will, knowing the off-road kind of like community. If it does, I'm either going to name it Elway for John Elway,
There you go.
or I'm going to name it the Sheriff for Peyton Manning.
Little long.
You think?
Maybe.
So-
I don't know how big like the logo is to like fit that, but
Well, you
could
can get
make
it whatever size you need it.
Just thinking, like,
you measure. And
I'm just thinking presentation.
Well,
Like
so
the Elway would be kind of hard. You know what I mean? Or are you just gonna call it Elway?
I was thinking just Elway, but do you think the Elway? You think putting a the in front of it?
Or what about
I feel like
Elway?
Facebook. You remember the movie
La Elway?
the Social Network, where he was like, "Drop the just
Ooh.
Facebook."
Dun dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun. But
Don't drop that dun dun dun.
but I'm kind of
Sorry.
afraid to get one and just put Sheriff on it because that might get me in trouble. But if I put the Sheriff or like the Sheriff number 18 or something like that for Peyton Manning,
Right.
I would really love to just a full hood decal of Peyton Manning's forehead. I think would be really, really cool.
Just stretches. No, you got to put it and like get the one with the Extendo Bimbo moonroof on the top, and that's the cover you have. So every time you drop it back, it'll go to like a normal forehead. And when you close it, it goes to the giant forehead.
They actually got some
That'd be
really
pretty
cool of those soft tops that'll go all the way back.
Yeah.
And damn, like nostalgia shit. Like they're really cool. But regardless, Ken Amaro. Tell me about Ken Amaro. What do you know about him? He's retiring after 42 years of the First Coast. First Coast News, obviously, is the big news channel here in Jax. It's where everyone pretty much gets their news.
I think he came up doing weather with, I want to say Cleveland for like 2 years, and then he came over to Jacksonville and just kind of, once he got here, he just
so
fell
he's
in
not
love with
even
it.
a native?
I think he was born here, maybe. I could be making that up. But I don't believe his career started with Jax, but he's been here for 42 years, and anytime he flipped on the news, it was always him, the one white dude with the really bad spray tan, the guy who does the weather.
Yeah, I know you're talking
And then
I call him White Tan McSpray.
yeah, and then some other girl, but it was always just that rotation of threes,
Sure.
and especially like growing up, my mom would always like take me to school. So we had to get up early.
You would see him sneaking out of the house.
Right? There you go. All right.
All right, kid. I'll see you another day.
Yeah.
Give me a pound.
Flicks me a nickel. Thanks, Elway. Thanks, Mean Joe Green.
Thanks, me, Joe Green.
Yeah, he's a solid dude. Like, he's always been a part of the weather and just brought up.
Yeah.
Just always that guy that you would see like on the face of like Florida.
So that's all you can really ask.
He was like just the face that you would see in the morning and just a staple.
Ken Amaro, I'm glad you're not dead. Enjoy retirement. I say I'm glad you're not dead because as I was reading that, I thought I was going to read like an RIP.
No.
But no, it was just you're retired. So
you know what he looks like, right?
No.
He looks like the Nutty Professor.
I keep picturing the Nutty Professor,
Yeah.
so I do know who you are.
Yep.
Because in my head, I keep picturing like the Nutty Professor.
Yep.
So, okay, we're on the same page.
Sweet.
Rockville was 2 weeks ago.
Oh God.
They did. This is true. Now I say this is true, not like he writes lies in the notes, but I'm very interested in this because I saw the video. We all saw the video.
God.
Rockville was 2 weeks ago. They had a really weird viral video come out of it. Rockville here in Jacksonville, where the lead singer of a band called Brass Against.
Yeah, they're like a Rage Against the Machine ripoff, but
oh, really?
They're all brass instruments. It's a cool
okay.
concept, but
yeah, that's kind of cool.
They're just like an opener band that plays at like 11 a.m.
So
you know what I mean?
Sophia Urista, who was the lead singer, pissed on a man's face live on the stage. Pissed
and
on a man's face.
We're not talking like a dribble.
No.
Like, it was weird because in the set, and the weirdest thing is she's a lesbian and she's dating like one of the bigger like Peloton people. I don't know.
There's big Peloton people?
Oh, Peloton's like fucking giant.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like they're like this version of like Equinox for like gym shit.
Equinox?
It's older gym stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
okay.
You know how you have like Gold's Gym was like the big shit back in like the 80s.
I am not a huge fitness enthusiast, so I don't tend to know these things. I know Peloton is like huge where people obviously like they do it on theirs at home.
Yeah, they have the bike and you can like run through mountains and shit.
Class, but you can also attend classes. Like it's mostly in LA, and they have big classes where it's like 100 people in a room, and it's really weird.
Yeah, but regardless, like she's one of like the lady. Her name was Sophia, right?
Sophia Urista. Yeah.
She's like a big like her whole entire Instagram was just all like nice, lovely like family photos and everything.
Right.
And she does this like Brass Against on the side, so it's like rock and roll and everything. And just during Rockville, she was like, I don't want to end my set live, but I really have to piss. And then people are saying it might have been a plant because the guy that got pissed on had a GoPro, like a head-mounted GoPro.
Right.
But where's the video of that?
Because we haven't gotten that
right,
GoPro footage
that'll go
yet.
big on Live Leak. But she said she had to pee and didn't want to end it, so she's like, I'm gonna piss on his face. Rock on.
Arrested for that though.
I mean, people have done worse.
No, for sure, and I'm glad. Like, I'm not saying she should have been. I'm glad she wasn't. I'm just saying that I'm very surprised.
Yeah,
that
they definitely put out a big statement after that, and I think they're even like touring next year with like Red Hot Chili Peppers, like prior to this happening.
You'd probably put your name out there and shit, though.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah, she peed a fucking bucket ton of piss.
It was like she was pouring like a whole gallon of lemonade on the dude's face.
It was disgusting, and like it was a little bit cold outside, so you saw the steam and everything. It was just so fucking nasty. But
oh my god!
I mean, hey,
I don't know
they're like an opener too. So just imagine you're the stagehand, and you have to like come in and clean that.
Hopefully, in the thumbnail, that's what I can make.
God no,
the TV.
Please, no.
It's just like a picture of her squatting over because there's
there's
really great stills of it.
We're gonna get flagged.
So the next piece of news I'm very excited to talk about. This is actually something I've been dying to talk about. WB. So we talked about this a little bit on a previous episode. WB is releasing a game which is basically a Smash Brothers style fighting game, and by the video, it looks exactly like it'd be Smash Brothers. Excuse me, Smash Brothers style fighting game called WB Multiverses, and it was officially announced this week. It showed like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, characters from Steven Universe, like the robot with the square afro, Finn from Adventure Time. They announced that Kevin Conroy is coming back to voice Batman.
Huh.
So we're going to get a lot of DC characters. Probably just the main ones I know right now: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. So the Trinity is in it. I don't know who else. I assume there's going to be a lot of like
Kite Man.
I know, right? I assume there's going to be a lot of unlockable like DLC. Where you get extra characters. But
maybe.
We're going to get like Scooby-Doo characters and obviously Cartoon Network characters and stuff. Whoever WB owns. We probably might get cool stuff like you saw in Space Jam, where we might get like Pennywise, or we might get the Clockwork Orange dudes. Hopefully not, because I'm pretty sure their only like attack is rape. So
yeah,
that'd be weird. King Kong, who knows? It'd be nuts though.
No idea. This game, it's definitely one of those games. If it came out in like 2007 on the computer, it would have been a banger for like you could play like stickball and everything like that.
Wouldn't be good now. It is.
It's not gonna sell that great, but it'll be fun to people. So? It'll be fun to some people.
If they market it right, I bet you're wrong. If they do a good job, which WB does a horrible job of, to be fair, if they do a better job marketing this game than they do some other things they do, this game will sell. Really great trailers, really great gameplay. I think it'll do well.
Hopefully, they're not making it for a lot, because if you're comparing it to the like beat 'em up side scrollers, or not side scrollers, but beat 'em up,
it's kind of a side scroller,
4-player like co-op where you can like beat each other up. Obviously, Smash is like God S tier.
Right. This
is probably gonna hit like C tier in my opinion.
Well, that's the thing is that Smash doesn't have any direct competitors.
Yeah. Granted, like I'm never gonna buy this game, but it might end up being like a PlayStation Plus like exclusive.
Sure.
And if it does, then sure, I'll download it. But
I'm gonna buy it just because if it has Batman in it and I can play as him, I pay money. So I am excited about it. I'm sorry, my child, that you are not.
Teach their own.
You have horrible opinions, and that's just fine. That's fine. That's fine, Trey.
I am the right to your wrong. Your yin to your yang.
You have the right to your wrong?
No, I'm your right to your wrong. Because you're wrong.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You're garbage. Trash.
Cowboy Bebop.
Who?
Cowboy Bebop.
Never heard of it.
Fair enough. One of the greatest anime of all time.
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
So the live action just came out. They released the whole season because that's what Netflix does. They don't tend to do week to week except for the reality shows. And
not mad at that.
Yeah, not mad at that either. And me and Lindy watch like The Circle and Too Hot to Handle. And
are they any good?
They're really good.
Like The Circle and all that?
They're really good guilty pleasure trash shows. But yeah, The Circle is my favorite. It's very fun. And at least the first 2 seasons, you just can't hate anybody. Like you're going through the whole show, and by the end, you're like, I wish everyone could have won.
It's kind of like me and Riley like watching Love on the Spectrum. It's a pretty fun show.
I haven't seen that yet. Is it good?
It's pretty fun. I mean, granted, it's hard. It's kind of hard to keep the evil out and make jokes, but we're all human.
Yeah.
But it's still a pretty fun show.
Fuck
Jodie. If anybody has watched that show, I hate Jodie so much.
It is a guilty pleasure show. I really like The Circle. If you and Riley, if any of you get the chance to watch The Circle on Netflix, it is definitely worth the watch. But Cowboy Bebop came out with the live action starring John Cho, and it is. I only watched the first episode because I decided I want to go binge this. It's been a while since I watched the whole anime again.
How far back would you say?
A couple years at least since I watched the whole thing. Every year I like watch episodes here, and it's a comfort anime for me. So I'll watch like my favorite episodes, which are typically like in the first 10. But there's only 26 episodes and then a movie, right? So that's the movie is the ending to Cowboy Bebop. And I wanted to go back and watch it all so it's fresh in my head and then watch, but I watched the first episode at least because I've seen Cowboy Bebop enough that I can at least gauge that first episode. And I very much enjoyed it. I would give just that first episode probably a 7.5 out of 10. And the only reason I give it that low at a 7.5 is because I think they are doing a great thing where they want the TV show to really reflect the vibe and the feeling that you get when you're watching the anime. However, I don't know if it's hard to translate some of those things, right? So some of the things that look really cool and sound really cool and feel really cool in the anime You can do the same thing live action, and it comes across kind of cheesy or slower. You know what I mean? So I think it had great fight sequences. I think that there was a lot of really great parts of it. The effects are insane. Like, when we watch TV now and everything is movie quality CGI, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to think that effects are getting so good.
The weirdest thing about that is like I watched up to like episode like 5 or 6, I believe, because it was kind of like in the background, but I also wanted to like pay attention a little bit.
Right. But there's 10, right? 10 in the first season?
Probably.
Sure.
But like once you finally get out of like episode 2 and you get to see like the actual spaceship that they drive around in, and you get to see like
Bebop.
the places and everything like that, it's pretty fire. Like, not gonna lie. But then like personally, just seeing like different places that they visit, it's definitely shot kind of like you know how Power Rangers is shot at like different locations. It's like you can easily tell like, oh, this is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
you kind of get that vibe a little bit.
Okay, that's fair.
But other than that, it's solid. But these are never gonna be like, if you're comparing it to anime, they're never gonna be on that same level.
I will say,
so
I just really appreciate that they are trying to stay true to
definitely.
anime. Like, in the story and the characters.
Right.
There's too many of these live action American remakes that shit on the source material. Death Note being the biggest one.
They had everything. Like, they even had like the little like jump rings and shit that they drove through in the very first episode.
Yeah.
They had a ton of shit.
So have you seen Cowboy Bebop, like the anime?
I was doing the same thing you did. I watched like the first 3, but then I like started the regular one just because it's 26 episodes and I want to like watch this one so we could talk about it. So I was like, all right, the first 3 I got it, and they like even do the little red poison shit that they put in the eye and everything.
Yeah, that was really so. That was the coolest part about the first episode. Is the first episode is arguably one of my favorites, just because I think it's the best first episode of almost any anime.
Yeah, plus that's pretty hard too for like a pilot episode.
It goes hard.
A lot of pilot episodes are fucking stinkers.
Yeah, but it goes hard, and the just like getting to see the characters and like be like, oh, they're doing the same. It's exactly the same. The vial looked exactly the same.
All right. Even the guy who like sold it to him looked identical.
Yep. The lady, I think they cast really well. The girlfriend, she was beautiful, and she had the pregnant, look with all the vials.
The one sitting at the bar.
The one, the girlfriend.
Are you talking about in the anime or in the regular show? Or the live action?
In the live action, they cast the girlfriend really well.
Yeah.
And I really, again, the ending was pretty true to the original. I even liked that they snuck in little Easter eggs, like when they were eating dinner in that first episode, and he says, "Eat your peppers." And in the anime, he's like, we're doing peppers and onions again tonight. He's like, I need meat, I need protein. And I just thought that was cool because they just snuck that in as like a little Easter egg. What is that stuff? What is that red eye stuff called?
I'm not the guy to ask.
I can't remember. Idea. But
drugs.
Drug. I thought it was very cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and binge the anime. If you guys haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, it's 26 episodes and then a movie, which is like an hour and a half. So it's
doable.
29 episodes.
Because the episodes are only like 30 minutes, 25 minutes apart.
Yeah, and they're like 30-minute episodes.
They're easy to burn through.
They're not like 25 hours.
It's not like you're telling people to watch like One Piece or some shit.
Right. Yeah. So if you get the chance, please. It's absolutely one of the best stories ever told. I say that about Cowboy Bebop, Death Note, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. All three of them are very short.
I always forget about Neon's like intro song. It goes so hard.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Neon is also, I think, only 26 episodes, and then it has a movie which as its ending. Death Note's like 35 episodes and no movie. The best animes that I've ever seen are like 90s anime or early 2000s, and they're pretty short. So
some of the Voltrons are pretty fire too.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. You know what I've
even though I'm not a big Gundam guy, but they're still pretty fire.
I am. I love it, and I don't want to say I am to the point of like I have some of the knowledge that my customers like used to have, where they would come and talk to me about Gundam. I'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But like,
do you have enough love to actually like buy and like make Gundams?
I've done a couple. Yeah. But let me tell you, even if you're not into the show and stuff and the anime as hard, it's a really fun hobby. It's a really cool, calming. You can sit in front of the TV and watch TV and just. It's like fucking taking care of bonsai trees. You're clipping parts and you're just putting them together and they snap together. It's awesome. So
my hands shake, so I can't do that.
Really? Yeah. My hands are also pretty shaky. I just go really slow. It's why it takes me forever.
There'll be a lot of. I hate this.
As I'm getting older, what I'm realizing is that all the new anime that comes out, I do like My Hero, but I'm starting to like lose my love for My Hero a little bit. I don't get into Demon Slayer. I don't get into most of the Jujutsu.
Junji, no, that's a comic book artist.
Jujutsu
Junji
Kaisen,
Ito.
whatever is, whatever, something Kaisen. That was a pretty fire show, but I haven't watched that in a while.
The only like weird anime, like sorry to interrupt, but like the only like weird anime that like came out recently that like me and a bunch of my friends watched was that volleyball anime on Netflix.
Oh, Haikyuu.
Yeah. No idea. We're just fucking all blasted on the couch, watched the whole entire series.
Really? You watched the whole thing? It's only one season, right? So yeah. Don't get me wrong. There are some newer ones that I really like. There was one that I don't even remember the name of it, but it's about like a soft tennis club, and it was really good. And there are some that come out now that are still good, but I just realized that my love and my heart sits in the 90s anime stuff, like late 80s, early 90s, or just all through the 90s. Like that stuff goes so hard, and I just have a really hard time getting into newer anime. But it's okay because there's enough anime from the time period I like that I can watch, forever. And there's also a show, and I don't remember what it is now, but
older or newer?
Huh?
Older or newer?
They're all starting to run together. I don't even remember.
What was it about? Yeah. Okay.
Fuck if I
Sounds
know,
familiar.
Like I may even be thinking of the like Jujutsu Kaisen or Jujutsu Kaisen thing again, but
I thought you were about to say like Yu Yu Hakusho. That was my shit back in the day.
No, see again, that's I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, like I love that. Rurouni Kenshin.
Is that the cat looking dude?
Yeah, cat looking dude. Really good show.
Right.
Rurouni Kenshin was fucking badass.
Bleach.
I heard that the live action anime, the Japanese one they did of Rurouni Kenshin was fire. I haven't watched it yet. Full Metal, Bleach, like that kind of stuff is fire. Even like some of the dumber ones, Zoids and stuff like that. Like I love that shit.
Would you consider Bobo anime?
I used to love that show, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, the fucking nose hairs.
Fuck
shit up.
Yeah, that shit went hard. Anyways,
shout out Toonami and Adult Swim.
Right? That's what, dude. Toonami is responsible for this entire generation loving anime. And
if we have if we do have any anime listeners, definitely go check out the Wait For It podcast hosted by Phil and Eric. They do a ton of fucking anime content.
Yeah. And again, we were just talking on IG, I think they hit me up on the Facebook business app.
Okay.
But we're hopefully going to be doing a collab soon. I'm sorry, guys. I should have gotten back to you sooner. But they're going to take a little break for the holidays, and we're going to link up in January. So
keep an eye out for 2022.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. I'm excited for 2022. I think that a lot of good things are coming.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you wrote a note here. What are some of your personal comic book specs that completely flopped?
Yeah. Are you asking me, or do you want to go first?
Is that a question for me, or do you?
It was for both.
All right, go
just
ahead.
Out in general. There was a lot of speaking notes because I know like half of these notes I put in at like 11:30 today. So some
a lot today.
Some of them were some fillers, but definitely mine were all the DC Rebirth shit.
Really?
I definitely bought way too many number ones of like, oh, these are gonna fucking go big, and nothing amounted out of any of them except I got cool covers, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think I have any because everything I think is gonna go big goes big because I'm just.
Ooh, you're just
I'm
that
a genius,
guy. You know? Hell yeah.
No, I'm not a big specker to be honest. I've never. Even when new stuff comes out, I buy purely based on what I like.
Yeah.
Like what I think is cool.
That and like Punchline, whenever that number one came out, I bought a couple of them. Nothing. I mean, granted, it's still new as shit.
And I didn't even buy like multiple. I just got one because I was like, oh, I'm excited for this. And I wish I hadn't sold it back in the day because now that they go for some money, I sold it for like $100. And
oh, better than me.
Really?
Yeah. I just put them in trades. So.
Really? Let's see here. Black Friday highlights and greatest deals you've been a part of / cool comic book steals. You're talking about like what's our best Black Friday like experiences?
Yeah, or if you have any that can tie in with comics at all.
Black Friday is interesting because nowadays,
is Black Friday like a big deal for comics?
No.
Not
that I've ever seen.
Right.
I will tell you a lot of shops do, a lot of decent shops do Black Friday like deals, and they'll do, but like comic shops, a lot of like comic and collectible and toy shops are always looking for good excuses to run like a deal.
Right.
And it's not that they don't get deals, but they want to. Comic stores like thrive off of attracting new business and getting regular customers and people who want to shop with them. So anytime they have the reason to do, and I mean good shops, not every shop. Is
there like a local LLC that you can think of that's going to be doing a cool Black Friday all-nighter event?
I can tell you, not in the Mandarin area, but in Green Cove Springs. Nowhere on San Jose are there any good shops. But in Green Cove Springs, Florida, Cowabunga Comics, one of the best comic book shops in the world.
Our home.
They are going to be doing an all-nighter. So he said after Thanksgiving dinner, around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, he's going to go to the store. He's going to stay there and stay open all night.
Right.
And he is going to be doing like a 24-hour
he's going
Black Friday thing. We're going to be there not that weekend as the Bat. I mean, I'll be there, but not as the Bat in the Hat. But we will be doing, as the Bat in the Hat podcast, when is it? It's in December, right?
What are you talking about?
There's a signing.
That's the beginning, like first week of January.
Is it first week of January? We'll be doing it on location, so we'll be doing this and hopefully set up the camera and all that kind of good shit.
He has some artist coming in. I can't remember the guy's name.
I honestly can't remember. I wish I had
should have put it in the notes.
Written that down in the notes before I started this episode. Sorry, Kyle, if you're listening to this.
All right.
I can't remember. But yeah, I'm excited. I love signing events and I love stuff like that. But yeah, Cowabunga Comics, definitely. And guys, you don't have to be here in Jacksonville or in Green Cove Springs to be a part of it. You can hit us on Facebook, on Instagram. We'll be doing live auctions. We'll be doing fun stuff. We do ship, so.
I think like 3 of our biggest like buyers, like one's in Dallas.
One's in Dallas.
We have a guy in Hawaii.
There is somebody in Hawaii. Yep, you're absolutely right. All right.
Crazy.
So, you wrote Check Out Invasion on Apple TV.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's me and Riley's show right now.
Okay. So I'm going to read what you wrote, and then I want you to tell me about it. So, Check Out Invasion on Apple TV. It's an alien hive monster invasion that's happening all over the world. Each episode bounces back and forth between 3 different leads in 3 different parts of the world.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like, you have 3 different leads. The first lead is her. I think you technically have 4 now that I think about it. One of them is a mom with, like, kids and shit, and they're, like, a higher-up family.
Fuck, I've seen this. I saw the first episode of this.
Oh, yeah? On Apple TV?
Is this the one where, and I'm sorry to interrupt,
no,
but
you're
is this
solid.
The one where they're, like, trying to get on, that was a zombie show. No, I thought they were... Never mind. I thought they were trying to get, because there's a zombie show on Netflix that actually did a very similar thing where you're bouncing back and forth between these 3 different stories.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
But go ahead. Continue.
But yeah, it's basically in that same type of vibe. You have that mom and her like 2 kids and her like piece of shit like cheating husband who's like they were gonna get a divorce, but then they were gonna get a divorce, but then that's whenever like the meteor came down, so they're having to like get out of town and stick together and somehow like stay tough. You have a black army soldier who's like I think he's like a general or some shit in the military over in Afghanistan whenever this shit hits.
Okay.
And like everybody in their platoon gets wiped out, so he's just the last guy and he's like freaking out trying to figure it out while getting shot at. You also have like a Japanese
or by
people Afghani terrorist people, I guess.
Really? So they're still shooting even though the aliens are coming down?
I mean, the way they even portray it, like, pretty cool because, like, they have a scene in there in this, like, latest episode, not to spoil it too much, but, like, they're trying to run to a plane, and he meets, like, a Afghani family who, like, the guy can speak English a little bit, and he was like, are your kids not afraid of what's going on? And he was like, she was born in 2011, and he was born in 2013. All they have known is invasion, so this is nothing.
Yeah,
because like the kids are like still kind of like giddy and everything.
That sucks.
Pretty hard. But they also have like a Japanese like lead scientist woman whose girlfriend is an astronaut, and they're the first ones that get hit. And the weird thing is they're called JASA, like instead of NASA, just with a J. Japanese NASA, kind of on the nose. I thought that was a little weird.
Japanese ASA.
Right, there you go. Asa Akiri. What? Who? All my dirty people will get that. But yeah, she's trying to like figure out what happened because she has like clips of like audio clips and kind of can like hear them talking, and that's where you like figure out it's a hive mind. And you also have like a school bus one, which is the fourth one of these like UK kids, and they have like this epileptic kid who he has like a seizure on the bus while they're going on a field trip, and they think he's the reason why the accident happened, where they fell down this big cliff. But an actual, like, that's whenever the meteor strike hit, knocked them down there. And you have this cunt motherfucker named Bradley, and he's just the biggest cunt to, like, him and everybody.
My kitten's trying to get in because her collection of earplugs is over there.
Fuck yeah.
That's funny.
But
I was wondering why I heard little, like, bumps at the door.
But nah, it's just a solid show, like, especially bouncing between all the storylines. The only, like, downside I would put to this show...
Right.
Is it takes a good minute. Like me and Riley, I think episode 7 just came out, and I'm assuming this is only going to be like a 12-part like series,
right?
And they still don't know if it's like aliens or like confirmed aliens. The only people that know are like the JASA scientists who like just now said it's like a hive mind.
Okay, so the people themselves don't know it's aliens, really.
They do, but not 100%. No, I get what
you're saying.
Like
well, that's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna have to check
it's a solid watch. Granted, the only thing that does suck about Apple TV is they do like the weekly thing, which isn't too bad because it gives you something to look forward to.
Sometimes, especially if it's a dramatic show, that's okay.
Yeah, because we did that with C, that show on Apple
was that
TV.
Good?
It was fun.
Jason Momoa and
Batista. Yeah, that show was fire.
Yeah, I definitely got to check that out. Now, on the contrary, you gave the Freak Brothers show a pretty low score, 3.8 out of 10. You said it was very dull, very slow. And it should have been dirtier and unrated. What is it on?
It's on Tubi.
Oh, that's on Tubi?
Yeah, that's their big thing. Like every single ad I get on like TikTok is for that show.
A lot of Freak Brothers.
I mean, they have literally Tiffany Haddish, Pete Davidson, John Goodman, and Woody Harrelson are all the starting four people.
And it's not unrated? It's not dirty?
I mean, they say like, I think they don't even say like fuck. I think they say like poop and like weed, like marijuana, and I think they say like shit one time. But luckily, this is a little bit later, so we can't get demonetized, even though we're not monetized.
We're not even. I was supposed to say we're not even monetized.
I thought that when I was saying it.
Fuck I want.
But
who's the president right now? Joe Byron.
Hey yo, what? Take me out to dinner. But yeah, it's just. I mean, I only got 2 episodes into it, and it's just so shitty. Like, to say the least. I didn't
have a lot of like interest in seeing it, to be honest.
Neither did I. I mean,
It didn't look like something I cared about.
I have like the 9th print book that I showed you.
Yeah.
It sells for like $40 right now.
That's what's up.
But regardless, that it just fell flat. Like if you're trying to compete with like Big Mouth and like F is for Family and all these other like great like fucked up cartoon shows, it's like go for it. Especially with that, they're like the Fabulous Freak Brothers. They're like hippies who like smoke weed and have sex all the time, and they get super high off this like Gandhi ganja like oil that they put on a joint in like 1975.
Yeah,
and they pass out in the basement, and then they wake up in 2020.
We now know it's like PCP.
Yeah, they wake up in 2020, and like their house is like brand new, and like new people are living in there and shit. And they're hitting like some of like
never check the basement.
Apparently,
it's just fucking hippies sleeping
rotting
in the basement.
But yeah, it's just it's
heard,
not that great.
I've heard, and you wrote in here, Tubi itself is pretty decent.
Yeah,
you said it's got anime, a bunch of Kevin Smith movies, documentaries. So is it all free, or is there like a subscription tier?
It's 100% free. It's just
it's got
like
ads.
It's got ads, but granted, I've only watched that the Fabulous Freak Brothers show off of there, so it just started off with like 2 ads, kind of like how YouTube does, and after that I watched the 2 episodes solid through and through. So I don't know how it is for movies, if it like sneaks one in the middle of like a movie, depending on like an hour mark. But it's solid if you literally have like nothing else to watch and you just want to like type up something random, or like be like, all right, horror, and then you can scroll through their horror section. They have like, oh, I forgot all about this movie, and like I typed in Kevin Smith, and they have like a whole bunch of those like Smodcast documentaries that he's done and everything, like rather than just having like the main movies and shit.
Do they have any of the main movies though?
I want to say they have they might have Clerks, and I think they got
HBO has Clerks.
I think they have Yoga Hosers. I don't know why the fuck I can't think of the name.
Yoga Hosers. I actually really like that movie. We are coming up on the hour mark, so we're gonna skip a couple of things.
Hey, look at us.
But a few things I did want to talk about. So I'm going to skip through real quick, and then I'll just buzz some shit.
Yeah, go for it.
Hit Monkey Season 1 just released on Hulu. Neither of us have seen it, but we're both pretty excited because it looks really good.
Heck yeah.
Anything Jason Sudeikis does except for Ted Lasso, I just can't watch it.
Really? How dare you? I love that show.
100% one of those that fucking...
Everybody says it's great and you can't...
They won't stop telling me to watch it, and now I won't watch it because people are like, why won't you watch it? You have to... Fuck off.
You know what? Don't watch it. Don't ever watch it. How dare you?
Never watch it. You'll hate it. Final Space Season 3 dropped on HBO Max and Apple TV. You gave it a 9.2 out of 10.
I love that show.
Quick synopsis.
That show is amazing. Like, it's made by Olin Johnson. He was a YouTuber.
Who the fuck is Olin Johnson?
He was a YouTuber earlier in the day. Like, Ray William Johnson, isn't that a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he like came up like around that guy's time.
Okay.
And he's
Ray
always
William Johnson is now on TikTok.
Hey, there you go. But he came up in his time in YouTube, and he created this series that went straight to Adult Swim. And me and Riley just kind of found it on a whim whenever we got HBO Max. Mm-hmm. And it's just so in-depth, and like the story for a cartoon just goes so hard. It's a comedy. It's a space drama. It's a cowboy show. It's awesome. It's got like time dimension shit that you have to deal with and like space odysseys. It also gives like Rick and Morty vibes to it. And then not to mention you got Mooncake, which Mooncake is the fucking shit. Like for all the like sidekick little like cute animal guys, Mooncake, he's just this little green orb and he just says Chucky, Chucky, Chucky.
That's why I love Adventure
He's so
Time.
fucking great.
All the like Lumpy Space Princess and all the stupid characters you fall in love
BMO,
with.
I would stomp BMO and make a fire out of him to keep Mooncake warm. That's how great Mooncake is.
You.
I'm telling you, that's one you and Lindy need to watch. You all will fucking love that. And I know I've said that a bunch. I know I've said that a bunch of shit, but please, that one is great. But the only sad thing about that, not to like keep talking about it, is why don't you just keep going? Why don't you go? It's a podcast.
We have all the fucking time in the world.
We don't have that many listeners. Anyways, Season 3 is the last one until someone picks it up, and Olin Johnson.
That sucks.
Yeah, Olin Johnson created it and put a lot of time into it, and like put out this giant post and like thanked everybody who was a part of it, which is really great to see. But there was also like hints that if this does do good, because it is going to Netflix in like I want to say the new year, then it should be pretty well. As you're not interested in what I'm saying, you fucking piece of shit.
I just saw that. I thought there was a tear in the. You know
there are tears. They're $5 posters.
You're talking to the fucking.
But I'm looking at you. I'm not gonna stare deep, soul and mind into the listeners
eye of the viewers.
Kinky.
Watching. Everybody's falling off by this time.
Almost 10 out of 10. It's a solid show.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
solid show.
I'll definitely check it out because it's really great. It sounds like there's been a lot of work put into it, and I can always appreciate shows where you'll like it. It also has like Fred Armisen in it and a whole bunch of other people. Yeah, it's a great show. All right, so PlayStation, they had a awesome Black Friday sale. You got to get Jump Force for only $6. Yeah, that tells you how bad of a game Jump Force is, right? Which I've heard. I'm already really kind of bored of it, not gonna lie. Yeah, but granted, once they do it, they have the DLCs on sale, but probably not gonna get them. I've heard it's actually pretty bad, which sucks because I was so excited for like an anime crossover video game, and I mean, if you got $6 and time to kill, it's literally only like I think 12 gigs. Really? So not bad. I may grab that because that sounds cool. And then you got the PS4/PS5. Spider-Man Miles Morales like special edition. Yeah, which that I can do a whole hour on those two games. It's great. It's solid, just like the Spider-Man one. Love the Spider-Man. I think they even have like the Telltale games are like dirt fucking cheap. I'm into Batman, like Telltale? Like all of them, like the Walking Dead, Batman. Walking Dead and Batman. Yeah. I haven't looked at the prices, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty cheap. I always thought they were pretty boring. I played a bunch of the Batman, and it's literally you're not playing the game. You're watching it, but also interacting. It's just watching a movie that you're pushing buttons for. I don't know. I sent you a TikTok on Instagram of like a guy doing that game, but also like talking on Instagram. Oh, I saw that. The guy talking shit. Yeah, that shit was fucking funny. Yeah, and that's just me whenever I play those games. So it's always fun. Telltale. All right, so your spotlight for the week. Yeah. I should probably read that. I was going to say, do you want to go ahead and do this? That's spotlight? My guy. Where's my notes? Keep it fucking short, Joe Byron. Joe Byron. Hey, yo, what? Wait, did it go up to the top? Oh, yeah, it went up to the top. All right. My spotlight for the week is YouTube channel Mint Hunter Comics. He's a local like comic book and statue guy. Oh, yawn through my fucking story. I can't hate you. That was a genuine yawn. You son of a bitch. It's 9 o'clock, you asshole. I know you don't go to bed before midnight. Anyways, he's a local comic book guy that's up in Connecticut, and he goes on like flea markets. He'll go to like garage sales and just does like
a whole bunch of like appreciation posters for like a whole bunch of LLCs and like does a bunch of trading and shit. And he's a big Green Lantern guy, but his videos, like especially if you love comic books, like comic book men, and just seeing like the hunt for stuff. Like he went to a garage sale and found like the first Constantine for like $1 and shit.
Really?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And I think he got it slabbed and it was like a 9.6, which is fucking insane.
That's crazy.
But he's just a solid dude, and definitely check out his YouTube channel if you just want comic books and statue stuff. But he's definitely not like Jim Mint or like Comic Tom and all them, how they're just like big market guys, you know. We're big market guys. He's just like he's a pretty cool dude.
That guy's a prick.
Yeah. Pretty cool dude.
That sounds awesome. I'm gonna have to check them out. Make sure you send me that.
Yeah, I will.
On YouTube or something, because I would love to check him out.
Definitely be fun.
To check him out,
right?
Especially from behind. Actor Rowan Atkinson, who I love.
Who's that guy?
Is confirmed to appear in the highly anticipated 6th season of Peaky Blinders. Rowan Atkinson, known as Mr. Bean. Hilarious. There's a girl on TikTok who has really big eyes, and people always make jokes that she's like the daughter, and she does like that catfish thing where she's like has no makeup on, and she looks like, and like she's clearly bugging out her eyes and making herself look weird, and then she'll like do the transition full makeup, and she looks like gorgeous, obviously.
I thought you were going to talk about the TikTok artist Riley Sleep or whatever, which her name Riley is spelled real weird for a Riley, but she does all these like makeup videos, kind of like how Jenna Marbles used to do, where she'd like make them super crazy and like look like Jack Sparrow, or like she's done like Sid the Sloth.
Oh no, that's
and everything
crazy.
like that. It's funny as shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Mr. Bean. He was also the bad guy in the live action Scooby Doo movie, Scooby Doo, the first one.
Yeah.
Where they go to Spooky Island or whatever it's called. I love him. I think he's great. Very funny guy, and I love watching his interviews because obviously Mr. Bean is a character, but so many people forget that, and they're like, oh, that he's so well spoken, and he's so intelligent, and he's phenomenal. We're not talking about Tiger King season 2. All right, you gave it a 6.7. Where do you come up with these fucking numbers?
Well, I don't just want to be 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. That's kind of boring. I'm gonna add some little points to it.
You just add flair.
Yeah, Tiger King season 2. The only thing that sucked about it, like after you get past like the first 2 like dopamine rushes of the first 2 episodes, and like everything like that, you realize this series only has like 6 episodes, which fucking sucks. And all the people that you don't want to get in trouble, or you don't want them to get in trouble, but the main person, like Carol Baskins, that bitch.
Carol Baskins.
She's fucking perfectly fine, while everybody else is
in jail.
Not in jail, but like they kind of get fucked.
Right.
So, and at the end of the day, it's like, fuck all these people that are involved in this. All those cats should go to like actual places like Caddyshack Ranch that you have here in Florida, and like they send these ones off to Colorado, and like it's literally like almost like a state park. Like that's how big the place is. Yeah. So like all these cats that were in like small cages got to run for the first time and shit. But like it's just crazy seeing that.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I don't even know how I really feel about Caddyshack, to be honest. Like there's
they're kind of mid, but
I don't mean
I've never
to,
been
like
there.
Trash talk. I know Caddyshack is like a local like staple for Jacksonville, but I always feel weird. It's like my aversion against SeaWorld, and like I have people who are like literally have been like, oh, shut the fuck up, or, like I had a girl
SeaWorld,
one time who like before I started dating Lindy, she was like, if you don't like SeaWorld, then this isn't gonna work out, because I was like, no, I don't fucking like SeaWorld, but I don't like the idea of these big animals that clearly have needs just being in these small areas their whole life. And
that is the only thing I do appreciate about SeaWorld, is that they got with the times, and they're no longer like breeding orcas. So once these orcas that they do have pass away, they're done, because they couldn't even be released. If they were released, they'd be killed. But they're not like actively getting more and everything like that. So at least they took proper measures to that, and they do actually do a lot of good work with like local wildlife, with like rehabilitating like manatees and like sea turtles and everything.
Well, sure.
Yeah,
and
they're a solid spot.
A lot
except
of
for the orca shit.
Have like their purpose, and they like do a lot of like medical help for. There's like in South Carolina, they have like a really big sea turtle thing every year, where like a lot of times their like breeding grounds are on a certain beach in South Carolina. So they go, but then when the turtles returned, a lot of them are either in need of medical attention or, so they do like clinics for them. And And I get that. I just the movie Blackfish just fucked me up.
Right,
Like,
which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
But all the like big animals, like I know you're not a big fan of Rogan, but he had a perfect pick. Like lions and monkeys definitely shouldn't be in it, but like you know what should be? A fucking giraffe. A giraffe should be in a zoo.
Why?
Because giraffes just look like they belong there. They're just like, yes, give me leaves. Like you can literally have a baby feed a giraffe.
I've fed giraffes.
Exactly.
It's really cool.
They're the perfect animals for that. They're like, what?
And
there are no lions
you know
in
what's
this
crazy
habitat.
is that when you like go to the zoo and you look at a giraffe up close, it's fucking mind blowing. Like, we think about giraffes, we see pictures and all. When you're actually up close to a fucking giraffe, it is so mind blowing. It's so weird how this animal exists, and it's really kind of gorgeous. I love looking at the.
There's definitely certain animals, but cats and shit, a lot of things that need to run, definitely no go in my book.
I don't even really have a big problem with monkeys as long as they have a big enough space to like do their thing and why?
I personally, I don't like it, especially like gorillas and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of gorilla enclosures that are huge. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're definitely building a bigger one here in Jack's Zoo.
Right.
But the current one they have, I fucking hate it.
That's fair enough. All right. Last part that we have in the notes I really want to talk about, and I'm very excited because I've been convincing my fiance to let me buy it. Your girlfriend, Riley, gave a review on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
Yeah.
She gave it a solid 7 out of 10.
Okay.
For solid graphics with fun updates. But the storyline is boring so far, and she's halfway through. Now, it hasn't changed.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if the story is boring, it was boring in the original one, right?
That and, like, you can't use the Pokemon Home Center right now, so you can't even, like, collect everything in the Pokedex.
Why?
Apparently, they don't have it updated right now.
Really?
So it's supposed to be set for, like, 2022, but it's like...
Do we know when in 2022?
I didn't. I have no idea.
That being said, for a kid like me, like, my first Switch game, or first, like, Switch Pokemon game was, I got Let's Go Eevee, and then I played, I have Shield, and I love them both. I think they were both great, because Let's Go Eevee is basically a remake of Yellow, and you get to go through the whole Kanto journey, which a lot of people didn't like for whatever fucking reason. I had a lot of fun doing it. And then Shield was excellent, had a really fun storyline, and I don't know, I just had fun. But I'm not used to the whole Pokemon Home thing anyways. So it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'll buy it and never,
But that's the thing. Like, if you're playing, like, if you played Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee and you have Pokemon Home, that's where you put all your Pokemon to. And that's basically, like, the giant Pokedex at the end of the day. And then you can trade with other people who have, like, Shield and you have Sword, because there's different Pokemon in those different games that you can't get in Shield or you can't get in Sword.
I'm just waiting for them to, and I'm not saying they have to update the graphics like they do for the current game, but I just want them to release older versions of Pokemon on the Switch. Yeah. Like, I would really love Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I would really love Omega Ruby and whatever Sapphire they did, because Ruby and Sapphire, even though I'm a 90s kid and I'm supposed to love the original, I do love the originals, but it's a hard-fought battle for me between Gold and Silver and the Ruby and Sapphire. Those are my favorite. Emerald is probably my favorite Pokemon game of all time. And I always count the mixed games, right? Like, so for Gold and Silver, you had, what the fuck was that game? Crystal? I think it was Crystal, right? So you had Gold and Silver and then Crystal, and then Ruby and Sapphire, you had Emerald. So I always talk about the mixed games because that's when you can get all the Pokemon and all of the legendaries and shit like that.
Yeah, but no, it's a fun game. I mean, she's put I think she has like 2 hours in the game so far, and we just got it like 2 weeks ago, or like a week ago when it came out. I already forgot what I was going to say. You and Lindy?
Me and Lindy. We share a Switch. It's hers. Okay. I sold my Switch at the beginning of the pandemic.
Ooh.
I had my two, like, best friends who we're in Florida, right?
Okay.
We never had that bad of a lockdown. We never had that bad of anything. They live...
Sorry. A lot of deaths.
A lot of deaths. They live in Missouri, which was locked down for months. I mean, they literally, like, they couldn't leave their fucking apartment for, like, months.
Gotcha.
And I felt bad for them. And so it was pretty much at the start of the pandemic. They had been in their apartment for weeks at this point. and they were just dying. They're like, do you remember how like all the Switch prices were inflated, kind of like the PS5 thing?
Yeah, everything.
And people were selling them for like $800 and crazy stuff. So I had a Switch that I had bought in like 2018, and I just never played it. And I was like, they're my best friends. I said, look, I don't want to be a dick, but like I'll sell it to you super cheap.
Yeah.
And they were like, how much? I said, give me $150.
I'll
send you this. I sent them all my games.
Did the controller have like the drift to it at all?
No.
Oh, then yeah, that's a great fucking deal.
And I reset those controllers all the time. So what they didn't have the drift that you're talking about that you have to like set them into Nintendo for, at least not at the time that I sent it to them.
Yeah, that's solid.
I would redo them, like put them on the flat surface and redo them all the time. So but no, and so I was like $150. He was like, fucking deal. So he sent me $150 and I shipped it out to him.
Hell yeah.
I even paid for shipping. So
you still talk to those guys?
Huh?
You still talk to those guys?
Of course, yeah. They've been my best friends. Shout out Nick and Melissa. Who, for about 10 years now. I mean, I met them when I was 18. So
fuck yeah.
And I'm turning 28 soon. So
there you go.
Yeah, we just it's those friends that you love, and they moved out of Jacksonville, and I've only seen them once in the last like 8 years, and that was when we all went to Texas for our collective best friend's wedding. And I miss him. I was just talking to him the other night, and every time we talk, it's, I miss you so much. Right. Why can't we just take a trip? And like, I have work, and I know money's so right. It's shitty. But yeah, so I think they're still enjoying it. I think every time I talk to him, Melissa's doing stuff on it, or Nick, I mean, they share it pretty well. My point is that me and Lindy now, we share hers, so I'm probably going to get another one sometime next year.
Are you going to get like the original one, or are you going to get the OLED one?
What's the OLED one?
It's like a fancier screen, and it has like a fuck ton better like memory and a better battery life.
Sure. I'll probably get
I think
that
like
one.
The OLED one's like $325 and the original one's like $250.
Well, the ones I was looking at on Amazon last night were like $430 something on
that
Amazon.
Might be the OLED one.
So I don't know.
That, and especially with Christmas time coming out, because I think the OLED ones just dropped.
They didn't differentiate it when I was searching them though. I didn't know that they had a different version out. I knew that
it's like the newest one.
I knew they had the lights, which you can't
take them apart.
Change the.
Yeah.
I may even honestly just get one of the lights, because
to be honest, if you're really into it, I'm pretty sure like Black Friday they'll have them for like maybe $120.
Really?
Yeah.
I may get one because I only want to play like Pokemon games on it, or like Mario games and stuff. Even when I had mine, I very rarely
docked it.
Well, I never docked it because I never played on the TV. But you know why I'm about to take that back is I would, like, because I am one of those sloths who I'll lay in bed and I'll watch something on TV, and then I used to set a box up and I would put the Switch screen on it and like lay on my back and play it, just because like the Switch is perfect for getting in a really comfy position.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get the light. I just realized that I did do that a lot.
I mean, you're literally just doing this compared to like.
I know, but I really like being like in a really like comfy, like you can literally lay like this in a fat person position and just look over there and play. It was great. Yeah. So, yeah, probably gonna do that. But
no, that Pokemon game's pretty solid. I think they have like another one that's coming out later in the year or next year.
Legend of Arceus.
Yeah, I can't and that one's supposed to be super hype.
Yep, that one is big hype right now. So I can't wait. But we are running well over an hour now. We're like at an hour 10.
Hey, there we go.
And we
look at us. We thought we were only gonna hit like what 30? What would you guess? Like 40 minutes? If that.
I thought that we were gonna be around 35 to 40 minutes, but I also know that I can talk. So
yeah, we vamped up a little bit.
Vamped up. Thank you guys so much if you're watching. If you watched again, I really appreciate it. Thank you for being with us. Trey, do you have anything else for the people?
No, just same old shoutouts. This Saturday we'll probably be doing another live stream, comic sale, and then Kyle's gonna be. God, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Gang.
Kyle's gonna be doing an all-nighter on Thursday. He's gonna be there probably from like. I want to say like 6:30 p.m. all the way until like all the way until like Friday at like 7 p.m. when they close. So definitely keep an eye out on like the Facebook page for him selling some shit and like putting out some great deals, because Kyle's a madman when it comes to it. It's like him and Ben are like neck and neck for like the craziest like comic guys in Jacksonville for like deals.
Neither one of them like making money.
Exactly.
And like I don't even say that being like exaggerating. They mark shit so low.
Yeah.
There was a really great hardcover like collector's set for Blackest Night, Brightest Day. It was like one of the greatest Green Lantern stories ever told.
Yeah.
And it was a hardcover collector set, so it was like 8 books, and it came in this really great fold-out case, and I wanted it so bad. It was like $300 and something, and I messaged Ben. I said, Ben, do you still fucking have one of these? Because he got 2. He said, I do. And everything in the store is 45% off, so it's like $175. So are you fucking out of your mind?
Yeah.
And so I didn't get it because I was really broke at the time, but he was gonna sell me this like $300+ thing for like half off, and I was like, why do you hate making money?
Yeah, nah, they are both insane when it comes to it, but those are the people that you love in the community.
Oh yeah, and
because like they just help collectors, like, and they
guys too.
They don't care about reselling really. They just care about the
about
fucking family, the art.
And, yeah,
it's
I
great.
love it. So yeah, check them out. Cowabunga Comics on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and Gotham City Limit on all those things as well. Both phenomenal stores, but you know, I'm with Cowabunga, so you gotta throw a little bit of business in here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're not giving away too much of your business.
Yes, sir.
This is my Tracy Morgan impression that I can't stop doing. Ever since I saw Will Ferrell do his Tracy Morgan,
really?
I can't get it out of my head. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. Were you about to say something?
Joe Byron. Nah, I was just
Byron.
on the same shit you were going on.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We will see you next time.
Bye, baby.
Bye-bye.